I don't think one can say I like to be remembered for this photograph, because unfortunately I'm being remembered for one photograph in particular, which had nothing to do with me except from the fact that I took it, and that's the Christine Keeler photograph. And that came about because of the circumstances, right place, right time, if you like. We did some sort of pinny-up photographs of her with clothes on, and when they wanted her to be naked, and she objected, I said, look, let's do it this way. I got rid of everybody from the studio, including the film people. Actually, the photograph was done for film stills, and I got rid of everybody, even my assistant. And I said, look, get behind that chair, take your clothes off, get behind that chair. You won't be seen, but you'll be fulfilling what they wanted, a picture of you in the nude. And that's how this all happened. It was Joe's idea of being photographed showing his body, because he considered himself to be the fittest and strongest playwright in Great Britain, or the world, so he thought. And so he, had these so-called nude. They weren't nude, funnily enough. In fact, he wore a pair of underpants. And I almost felt like saying, hey, leave your socks on, It was a little bit sordid, I felt. But I had these photographs of Joe sort of flexing his muscles. And they're mostly sort of, Joe doing showing you how fit he was. I mean, that was his idea. And then, of course, I took one frame of him sitting in the chair. And he saw the chair, and he said, I used the chair for him to actually pose on, not sitting, but standing up with one leg on the chair. Then he just sat in the chair, and I took one frame, and that was it. So in all the session, there's only one frame of Joe Orton on the chair. Beyond the Fringe, the group Beyond the Fringe were taken outside the theatre because I wanted them to be unconventional, because the whole play was unconventional. It was the first time, I think, that satire really hit hard. And but then it's so British, really, because the people who used to come to the show every night were the people who were being satirised. So you get Macmillan sitting in the audience, enjoying himself being sort of lampooned. These shots were taken, some were taken in Brighton, some were taken in London Zoo. The one standing on the pier, underneath the pier, that was taken in Brighton, on Brighton Beach. There was Dudley Moore, Peter Cook, Alan Bennett, and Jonathan Miller. They all went their separate ways after a while and became successful. This photograph of Lindsay Anderson was taken on the stage of the production of Billy Liar. Lindsay had seen some photographs I'd taken of a Sunday night play reading at the Royal Court and was impressed. Gave me a run-through of some photographs to do with a play being produced, Sergeant Musgrave's Dance. And he told me that the photographs for the front of house had already been allocated to a photographer called Tony Armstrong-Jones. But he said, try your hand at these photographs. And I photographed the rehearsal pictures, which actually appeared in the programme. And he liked my work and said, well, my next play is yours. And it was Billy Liar. And I was really thrown straight into the deep end. My first play I photographed was a West End production. With portraits, there are 2 or 3 portraits which I find I still sort of think of as portraits, not that I'm proud of, but photographs I'm pleased with. There's one of Cecil Beaton. I met him at a wedding reception. The girl who's being married asked me to take some photographs for her. And she introduced me to Cecil Beaton, and I said, no, can I take your photograph? He said, yes. And I took I think 2 frames, and it was the end of the film. And I was so nervous. I said, thank you. He said, is that all? And I said, yes. He said, don't take some more. I said, no, that's all right, thank you. I just didn't dare sort of hold up the scene, so while I put a new film in my camera. So I just took these couple of frames of Beaton, and one of them turned out to be quite nice, I think. Just a silhouette of him against the windows of the Royal Hospital in Chelsea.